Yo guys, what's going on? Acez is here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why you should not be buying the med case here in Escape from Tarkov until you're a little more progressed. And what does a little more progressed mean, you might be asking? Well, we're talking about level 24, and more specifically, loyalty level 3 on Therapist. So, if there's some situation where you might be level 25 plus and not be level 3 on Therapist, whether you haven't done enough tasks, some standard accounts might not be able to get level 3 therapists that soon, unless of course you are handing certain things into therapists instead of other traders. You guys know how the task chain goes and how you lose rep with certain traders. There could be a situation where you're over level 24 but not loyalty level 3. So more specifically, loyalty level 3 is when this video becomes irrelevant when it comes to therapists. So keep that in mind. If you're over level 24 or you're already loyalty level 3, you don't have to worry about this. You should be buying med cases. But if you're under that, if you're between like level 15 and level 20, this video is for you. And I'm assuming a large amount of the player base is either just starting to get the flea market or has had it for a few days, and you're going to be in that range. Some players might even still be under level 15. This video does still apply to you, but it's not that relevant because you need the flea market to buy the item we're going to be talking about. So explanation over, let's hop into it. We're going to be talking about the med case first. I'm going to break down some costs for you. And then we'll talk about this guy right here, the Slim Field Med Pack. So when it comes to a med case, the reason that we are making this pretty much irrelevant at level 24 is because you can buy them outright and you can put them into items cases. So if you wanted, you could fit 4 med cases in an items case, and it's only taking up 16 slots in your stash. That's why it becomes irrelevant, because the item we are focusing on is this Slim Med Pack, which is a 4x5, 20 spaces, and it's just kind of bulky. I'm going to show you a way to take down the space, of course, but when it comes to just condensing everything, once you have an item case, life gets easy. So anybody between level 15 and level 20 right now should be buying this Slim Field Med Pack, and the reason is they're cheap. 176,000, between 180 to 200,000 rubles. That is incredibly cheap, guys. And when you actually look at the barter for therapists, which you'll have access to at level 15, you can see here that it's 7 blood sets, 7 syringes, 2 Vaseline, and 4 med tools. This comes out, depending on the price, to about 580 to 600,000 rubles. If you're finding both the blood sets and syringes at that 25k range, it will be significantly less, but usually they're around that 30 to 35, and it comes out between 500 and 600,000 rubles. So right here, they're actually pretty cheap. This would be a great time to actually pick up a med case if you wanted to, but if you are buying every single item and you haven't found any of these in raid, it really doesn't make sense. So like I said, that cost is going to come between about 500 to 600,000 rubles on barter. It's going to be a 3x3, so it's going to take up 9 spaces in your stash, which is really good. It's going to be a 49 container size. So you're taking up 9 spaces, 49 container size. It's really solid. Don't get me wrong. But one thing that the Slim Med Pack has over the med case before you get an items case is it can go in backpacks. This can go in backpacks, the med case cannot. So let me show you here. Let me get to the end of this backpack chain, which I'm sure a lot of us have. So getting to the end of this backpack chain here, I don't keep anything smaller than, the regular day packs and scab backpacks and stuff like that. So we have an open space. If you guys have a backpack chain, you can put the Slim Med Pack in. That is the most important part of this, because it virtually has 0 space taken in your stash. If you don't have a backpack chain, you can still keep the Slim Med Pack in your stash, but it will take up 20 spaces. If you have the backpack chain, it takes up 0 spaces. That's the most important part, because before you get that item case, you have nowhere to put the med case. It does not go in backpacks. This is the big difference here, and why I think between level 15 and level 20, 23 range, you should go ahead and grab yourself the med pack over the med case. Once you get this items case, there's no reason to hold on to this backpack any longer. The container size, by the way, if I didn't mention it, is 1 less than the med case. It's at 48, and the shape is slightly different. So let's compare shapes right here. You can see the shape's just a little bit different, but it is 1 slot less on the med bag. I think everybody between level 15 and 20, especially if you're broke, you should pick up one of these over the med case. I know everybody wants to have cases, and don't get me wrong, having the med cases does help you out, once you get that items case. But for now, grabbing yourself a slim field med pack is definitely the way to go, especially since they're under 200,000 rubles. That is a buy all day long. There's not too many of these out here on the flea market, so depending on how many lower level players see this video, this price might shoot up significantly, but usually they are leveling out around 250,000 rubles if there's not a ton of supply on the market like there is right now. Hope you guys found this video informative. If you did, make sure you're leaving a like on it. And of course, make sure you're subscribing to the channel for more tips for Escape from Tarkov, whether that's how to make money, save space in your stash, or if you just enjoy a casual raid for once. I'm not like a super sweaty Chad. I just like enjoying a few casual raids. We have those here on the channel too. They're typically uploaded late at night because not a ton of people do want the raid content, but for those who do, they still get it. It's just at an awkward time when not as many people are going to see it in their sub box, so everybody's happy. Make sure to leave that like I said. I appreciate it so much. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.